the Mexican firing squad. This one sounds like a dodgy firework you buy from your mate's sketchy cousin in a pub car park, which when you set off, it causes earthquake style effects which break windows, make dogs bark, set off car alarms, and you end up having a SWAT team turn up outside your house. History of this drink. This is not some kind of college drink which you think the name would assume, or some shot you'd get somewhere. This is actually quite an old school drink and traces its roots back to 1930 in Mexico City. What happened, the story goes, is there was a travel writer called Charles H. Barker. He was on a guide around Mexico City. He had guides showing around, chaperones to keep them all safe, and he just got a bit bored of it. And him and another drinker decided to sneak off and explore the city, live life a bit dangerously. Sometimes we need to do that in life and live things a little bit on the edge. And they decided to sort of find some backstreet boozer somewhere, and they were introduced to this drink. And he wrote in the book, and apparently he said the drink had such a crack, it was like, guns being fired. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, and I look forward to making it. The ingredient lineup, and this is quite a simple one to be honest with you, ingredient wise. We've got tequila. I've gone for Olmeca Altos, which is one of my fallback bottles. I do need to go tequila shopping, so if anyone has any suggestions, feel free to make them. And then we're going to go on to like a grenadine. It's good if you can get like a really one of them good brands. You get the Libor and Co and all that kind of stuff. I've gone for Monin, which I quite like. Angostura bitters, and I've unfortunately left my dashers in lockup, so this is going to be fun because I can't stand using these bottles. And then fresh lime juice. And I always say fresh is best. Never go for anything bottled. Always use the real deal. Let's kick this off by adding 2 ounces, that's 60 ml tequila to our shaker. Then we're going to follow up with 3/4 of an ounce, that's 22.5 ml, a grenadine. I'm going to be really careful not to stain this bar, even though I've got it on Temu. This looks like somebody's been head-buttered in a pub. So slice up a bit of lime. We're going to add 3/4 of an ounce of this. And then my favourite, I love these bottles. I know I've moaned about it already, but let's go with it. And you want 4 to 5 dashes. Plenty of ice, and then we're going to shake this around 10 to 13 seconds. Want to double strain this into a rocks glass. And for our garnish, we're just going to do a lime wheel, and invest in one of these sort of tomato knives you can get. They're great for cutting citrus fruits. So the taste test. Yeah, this is a nice one actually, not too bad at all. You get obviously the agave notes, the tequila come at you. The grenadine really mellows it out a little bit. There's a little bit of that sort of sweet tart side. The bitters do add some like extra dimension to it all and give some extra sort of layers. Yeah, it's quite a nice sip of this. I could have this on a hot summer's day, which is not here. I think the colour it's quite cool. It's got that sort of Kool-Aid, what you Americans have. I don't know what we'd call it over here, like a Tizer kind of colour. But yeah, it's a good one. Very easy to drink. How could I put it? Quite crushable. A crushable drink, I think would be the term I'd use for it. But yeah, not bad at all. Simple, easy. We like easy drinks in this channel. So yeah, I'm going to give this one solid 7.4 out of 10.